I also am Tidbit. Tidbit was running on the fast side of the road between the Berkeley Pier and the town. He seemed so sure of himself, his little short legs, his fast stride, as though he knew something important. Already he seemed dear, and I wanted to know him. I moved toward him, to pick him up and hold him for a moment. He was suddenly like all the puppies I had known when I was a boy. I held him in my arms. Already there was two of us. I said I would keep him till I found a good home for him. That's what I said. Something I told myself, but the time began to pass. I had found a little dish for him. I bought 3 cans for him, just for the moment. We were together, but just for a day at a time. He had looked good, like he had lived with someone, but he needed a collar and a name, and now it seemed we're beginning to live together. It seemed that that's the way we were. So, this lovely little dark furry dog named Tidbit, and Lhasa Apso from Tibet, that brought his bright little dark eyes. He needed a name and a collar, and already he was sleeping with me. And we were going for walks, and it was all lovely already. We were knowing each other a little. The vet says maybe 3 years old. But see, was he abandoned by the pier by someone who did not understand his little spirit? How he flourished with our love, and with his little Tibetan ears hanging down like a spaniel's. The comments from passers-by during the 15 years since, "Oh, what a dear little fellow," and what that has meant to me during the 15 years he lived with me. I felt such love for this new precious friend, such pride. A little fellow, but a Lhasa Apso from Tibet. Clear around the world from where we are now. I walk him 3 times a day, and every time it feels like we're on a special parade. I'm so lucky to be his companion. He's my little dog. He will never be anyone else's. So this was the beginning in the world of wars in the Middle East and elsewhere, of political powers that carrying out great and fearful world events. But somehow, the things in our lives, and with our dear Tidbit, we were closer to the center of life, to all its mysteries and miracles, to the patterns of love that matter in our lives, like kittens playing with a ball of yarn, like the smiles of babies, like the silences and sounds of nature, on its shores and in its forests, like brief tendernesses in our lives, kisses thrown to others everywhere, like every day snared with our dear little Tidbit from Tibet, from the other side of the world. I will remember most what I learned from him, how to always try, as how he was. During his partial blindness, during his infirmities, he always tried. He always sought to be alive, functioning, trying, reaching for everything in his little life. His life was not little to him. It was a complete life. It was his to live. This I learned from him. Though I am older, what he has taught me, I will remember as long as I live. From our precious Tidbit, that we will remember for the rest of our lives. December 2005.